Dee poop doop dee ba doo. Hello, everybody. It's Thursday night here too.
What day is it?
It's Thursday.
Welcome.
So fast it goes,
Welcome, everybody.
like a pizza from Domino's. And here we are, already quite in the night, eve of Friday. Yeah. Anyways, hello, Epic Chihuahua. Hello, Big Man Lane. I don't. You got a new icon thingy. I don't know how to see your icon thingy. Oh, it's a Fallout guy. Oh, cool.
Nice.
Did you draw that yourself? What's up? What's up, Epic Chihuahua? I don't know. What's up with you? We were trying to figure out what to eat because we've had I guess as part of the COVID experience has been one where the appetite has fluctuated and felt a little weird and stuff. So it took us a little bit to figure out what food to ingest. I don't know if anyone's had COVID and has had that situation before. It seems like. Do you say you were looking it up today and it seemed like that was a common
Yeah,
occurrence?
loss of appetite.
Yeah. So, whoop.
I don't know. Yeah, I haven't wanted to eat anything, which is weird.
Yeah. And usually I want to eat everything, and I've only had like a couple little half cups of oatmeal today. So I don't know what's going on. But anyways, we're here, and we are going to continue once again with Pokemon. Oh, your dog got spayed today. She's really tired. I would imagine if you got spayed today that you'd be pretty tired as well. Well, hope your dog recovers and feels like themselves again. Let's see, let me bring in the thingios. Here we are. Megan's gonna hang out for a little bit before food gets here, and then she'll. You're playing Katamari.
Mhm.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna hang out until the food gets here, and then I'll go.
So that's the plan. Otherwise, it's just more animation. Just more animation in games. We're probably. I know I promised. I'm pretty sure I promised yesterday that we would finish this Pokemon thing for this Saturday, but since we're still positive, we don't want to record music in
I think we're just trying not to push ourselves too much.
beautiful flute, and yes, also not to push ourselves too much. I have trouble with that because I think when we decided that today, I was a little grumpy about it. I want to finish, but you can't really squeeze juice out of a rock. That rock being not enough time. So, whoop goosh. What does spade mean? Big Man Lane. I'm guessing spade means that certain reproductive organs that an animal would normally have are neutralized. Maybe that's the right word for it.
Remove.
Expatriated from their body so that they can not have any babies. I think that's my understanding of what spade is. Who knows if it's actually correct? But Whoopagoosh. When I was doing off stream, I did the lightning thing, and Meg's colored a bit more of all this stuff. So this should, I don't know, I'm not gonna say because I made declarations and they did not hold up. So I won't say when this will be done, but we're getting close. See, I did this little shock thing of them getting zapped. Oops, I skipped ahead. I think this lightning thing came out pretty well. Well, I didn't do the lightning, but them getting zapped came out pretty well. It's just a silly little cycle. Zap. Then whatchamacallit, they're all gonna fall. All these other pokes are gonna fall. I think I want to add a little thumbs up, and then Pikachu's gonna be real proud of themselves. I think that's what we decided on the ending.
I forget how to play this game.
Whoa, what's going on? Oh, okay. You just roll onto things and then they stick, right? Just
Yeah.
like if you had a magical gravity ball in the first place. What is going on with this camera?
I know I'm getting stuck behind this.
What is going on? Okay. You're sorry you're not very smart. I'm not very smart also. Also, it's okay. I have plenty of words that I don't know. In context or out of context either. So let's see. We're gonna go. What are we gonna do? We're gonna find Pikachu first. Pika-Pee. Let's see. Cough. And then we're just gonna proceed with more animation. Anyways, hope everyone else is doing okay and is not actually too sick. We've encountered a bunch of people on our stream that have been sick. I think Cyber Egg said he was sick. Big Man, were you sick also? We've been sick, of course, so just hoping everyone has a healthier time upcoming for them. Because, I mean, I can't really expect for nothing to change having had COVID, and I think I was operating under that understanding for a while. We're like, yeah, we have COVID, but we're okay. We'll just keep our usual output. But you know, things happen to you, and you actually experience them, and the resources you have are the resources you have. So we're not gonna fret too much about this thing not being done. I'm saying that mostly to myself because I am fretting, but it's okay. That just means more time with Pika-Poo here. I also heard that the new Pokemon game, or not the new Pokemon game, the most recent Pokemon games, Scarlet or Violet or Purple or Red, got some sort of a DLC update. I heard of this as the way I hear most things on Reddit, and someone was saying that it did not review very well, which is to be expected. It's a kind of a shame because all Pokemon is a really great property, but the games seem to be pretty lackluster. So, but they're making new animation. I had a couple advertisements on Instagram regarding some kind of Oddish thing. I don't know. Have you seen that, Megs?
Yes.
So I don't know if it's
I watched it.
If it's a game or if
It was really cute.
It's an anime.
Yes, animated.
Oh, okay. So there is more stuff. They're obviously going to do more things, but their core. I wonder actually what they see as their core part of Pokemon now. The way, like, you know, when Disney started, Disney was an animation company, and I'd assume that you would see animation as the core of your company. But then as it grew and changed into different things, I'm pretty sure the core understanding from a corporate level is that Disney is not just an animation company, and its cores are whatever they are now. But I wonder, yeah, if the Pokemon company looks at Pokemon and is like, the actual core of this company is not the games, because they're sure not acting like it's the games, but it's, I don't know, movies or the trading card game or some other sort of product that they're more invested in. I'm not sure, but hopefully they can turn it around and start making good games again. Not that the Pokemon games originally they weren't very complicated, I would imagine. They're pretty simple RPGs, but they had great design, and that worked for a while. And now maybe it's just they're making the same things, but it's just not working for people the way those did back then. Ooh, Pikachu's getting a very large back of his head. Oh, hello, 8-Bit Axolotl. Welcome. Good to see you again. I think I've seen you here before. You guys stream at my bedtime and just started in...
I'm so sorry.
Oh, sorry, Axolotl. I think
we'll stream earlier on the weekend.
It's because, yeah, we work full time, and we can't exactly stream when we have work hours. So we're still figuring out the stream schedule properly, but yeah, maybe we'll go earlier on certain days, possibly in the weekend. But anyways, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for hanging out. Know about people being weird. I don't know. I wouldn't characterize anything that people are saying as weird. That's I would not, to anyone else in the chat, I do not think you guys have been weird. I've been sick, and we've been sick, but hopefully everyone is feeling okay. Ba-bong. I like this dream. Oh, peace. Have a good night, and we'll see you some other time. Boom, boom, boom. Pikachu's got to look over at Megs with their big cough. Let's maybe start that a little bit earlier. Look at his cute little face. Pikachu's a big cutie. I will say, after animating Pikachu, I like him a lot more than I would before.
Really?
Mm-hmm. This is really cute. I get it. I don't think I got it before. I have a sort of, what is that called? Not a counterculture, contrarian streak, where if something is good and popular, I will like it less. So Pikachu being the mascot Pokemon has,
Really?
yeah. Yeah, you know this about me. I have like a little poop head in me.
I didn't know about Pikachu. I've always liked Pikachu.
I don't have like something against Pikachu, but the
I like
fact that
Pikachu
it's
so much that I thought Pokemon Pinball was called Pikachu Pinball in my memory, and I only recently learned it's called Pokemon Pinball. I just personally singled out Pikachu.
yeah. I don't have anything against Pikachu. It's just something that I notice about myself.
You know why I think I did that?
Why?
Because the game cartridge was yellow.
Yeah, that makes sense. It was Pokemon Pikachu in your brain.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go play some Pokemon Pikachu today. But animating Pikachu has been real nice. I feel like I've gotten to know him a bit better. I will say I like Pikachu more. I like Turtwig less.
Really?
Yeah. There's something I don't really enjoy about Turtwig's shape as much. But Pikachu's great. Like, it's the contrast of these straights and these curves. It's sort of just a design thing.
I like Turtwig.
I'm glad you do. So wait, but wait, Megs, how do you want to end this?
I don't know.
Yeah, no. It's just the ending of this.
That's
thing
why I
that
said
we've
you
been
should
working
work on the background.
You want me to work on the background instead?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'll do that then. We still haven't decided on an ending, and who knows how it's gonna end. But gosh darn it, it will end at some point. Literally everything else other than effects are animated. Maybe I'll do some of that right now, actually. Let me do the Machop effect. So Pikachu comes in. There'll be other Pokemon, but they're hidden right now. Okay, so let me just do this because it'll.
Chapter 2: Claws of a Tiger. What is happening? There's a boxing match going on.
Turtwig is cute. I'd like to own a Turtwig. I mean, I would be happy
Boosh.
having any single one of these Pokemons. They seem to only, like, from a management standpoint, they just eat brown pellets and ketchup. So it doesn't seem that difficult to own a Pokemon from a food standpoint. I'd be happy with a Turtwig. I mean, if out of all these Pokemon, I'd probably... What do we have? We have Turtwig, Caterpie, Metapod, Sudowoodo, and Pikachu. Probably I would get a Turtwig out of these, and a Machop.
I can't tell who this is backstory for. It brings us back, but we don't want to remember this. How to say it, we forgot.
Let's see, I'm not sure how this is going to work.
I'm gonna touch it.
I'm guessing that this zap thing might be okay. Again, I'm not the best at effects, but maybe that's the stuff that I should concentrate on on stream, is the stuff that I'm not that good at. Also, I don't know if our friend Taniko is streaming. I thought he was going to be streaming tonight. But if you're also looking for another cool animator who streams sometime and is very good, he is a person to watch, potentially. So, bzz. Maybe I'll just cycle that. No, I'll do one more sort of new frame.
First, clean your room. Clean up quick and study. Be a diligent king. Okay.
It's funny these games that are just essentially chores.
This game is funny though. There's like a funny backstory happening.
Yeah.
I'm accessing the prince's memories. Seems like he had a pretty difficult
Princedom.
king father who expected him to work all the time by cleaning.
Mm.
Dirty room, dirty soul. Chaotic room, chaotic soul. High speed, tidy up. Clean up quick and steady. Alright, let's try.
Okay, let's see that. Bzz. Then I think we need one sort of exit pose for this.
So the secrets of this game is just kind of like getting like lines. I'm finding turning around to be hard.
From like a control standpoint?
Yep.
Just guessing with this lightning work here.
Barely passing. The real test starts now. I did barely pass.
So, bzz. Yeah, I think that works. Let me change the background to something a little, where you might be able to see it a little bit better. Maybe that's why people enjoy effects animation. Not that it takes a little bit of time, but it's a pretty cool effect that you can just make that is not natural, and you can just make it appear. Pretty cool. Bzz. Do you see this, Megs? It looks pretty good. Bzz. Tooting my own horn here.
Are you doing effects?
I just so infrequently do good effects.
You doing effects?
Yeah, I did the
Nice.
Pokeball
Looks
thing.
good.
Yeah. Thanks. Can we see the full animation? Oh yeah, I should probably start by showing that because this has been at it for a while. But let's see. It's just layers. Layering in this, layering that. It's not even that I don't want to do the backgrounds while I'm being slow with it. I think I just need to mentally figure out a bunch of things in terms of how we're going to execute this from just a camera standpoint. So that's why I've been sort of slow to hop in that. But that Pokeball thing looks cool. Let's go. Then this stuff happens. And zap, zap, zap. Womp. Bomp, bomp. Bomp. And then we still have to pick an ending, but it's gonna happen. So I can come in a little bit closer, because goodness gracious. Yesterday after school, somebody what? No, really? Man, your school is going through some tough times. That is not okay.
I hear food.
Food? Well, that might be it then for Megan, because you said you'd be here until food came. Okay, and now I should do Pikachu's lightning thing. Maybe that'll be the next. That should be the next effect that I work on. Are we in the clear here? Is this a... Yeah, there's some frames that I can extend. Probably not that much.
Uh-oh.
What's that? Okay, yeah. Let's do some of Pikachu's lightning. Where are you, Pika-P? Lightning.
Oops.
Wow. Well, I mean, hopefully you're safe. And I don't know. Are they gonna close down the school? That's crazy. Katamari Damacy is it certainly looks like a fever dream right now. What was that? Were you getting some kind of a boost? Okay. Well, hold on. Let's see. When are we gonna start with this? Probably right here. Yeah. So let's start zapping. I forget how this looks exactly. I might need to look up some reference for when his cheeks start.
I'm not particularly good at this game.
So let's see, what does that look like? Just looks like a bunch of drawings that pop in and out, and then so I don't know if we need to extend that. Probably just 2 then. And it happens so quickly, you can just sort of be a little chaotic with it. Although I'm not sure if that's going to show with the yellow of his body, so we'll have to do some sort of a thing to make that work better. Some kind of a lighting effect, but... Alright. And now, actual lightning. It's going to be a little tough. Lightning 2. Cycle. So, again, looking at the shape language of his lightning, it's like... That's really cool. That's kind of the nice thing about doing something that is, I guess, already done, but stuff that has a history, is that there's a lot of inspiration to pull from. So I do not mind. Let's see, how is it gonna work? Again, this is mostly guesswork on my part. I probably don't want it to rip through the ground too much like that. It's more just emanating from Pikachu.
Okay. That's it for me, because I gotta get the food.
Okay. Well, thanks for stopping by,
It was
Megs.
very brief. It was very brief this time.
Megs is a good egg.
I'm a good egg.
Mm-hmm.
You think I'm a good egg?
Mm-hmm, of course.
Wow.
So we're just zapping. I guess because it's for these early drawings, maybe I've never done lightning like this before. And that's another thing about not just effects animation, but any kind of animation actually, is that with character animation, maybe this is why I go to it. Mostly because it's fun, but also because there's some kind of familiarity with it. Whereas when you're doing something that you haven't done before, it can be a bit of a risk. It's like, well, how does this actually work? I can add those other little effects later. But I think these are on 3s. Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna take a bite out of Megan's burrito to make sure that it's actually, there's no cheese or anything in it. Here we go.
It's an enormous burrito.
Yeah, I don't say
That's
anything.
okay.
Yeah, I don't say anything gooey.
I got yours too, and it came with chips.
Wow. Wow. Thank you. Let me put this aside while I chew. Hold on. Okay, just putting on Pikuniku so we can have a little bit of music in the background, and then I'll hide it because I won't be playing. I don't think I'll get to playing games later, but I'm grateful for Megan coming on to play at all. Hold on. Nope, not that. There you go. Okay. All right, things should be working again. Okay. Okay, so what do we have going on? I said I was going to do lightning. I'm grateful that the burrito is as advertised in an actual veggie burrito. We've had I think multiple burritos before. Well, they'll say it's vegetable, and then they'll stick like they'll sneak a slice of cheese in there, and it just essentially ruins Megan's ability to eat the burrito at that point. I'm gonna turn this background nice and dark so I can actually see the lightning. And it'll look something like this when we finish it anyways. There's a couple other little effects things that we have to do. Like we need to have a little effects bleed into their shirts and stuff when we're zapping them. So as with most things in animation, it's like a layering process. And this is definitely the fanciest thing that we've done in a while. So maybe that's why. We've been both COVID sick and this is fancy. So that's why it's been taking us a little bit longer than normally it would. I don't think it's a lactose thing. I mean, I'm probably lactose being Asian. It seems to be a gift of my is Asian ethnicity? I don't know. Well, I mean, whatever it is. But I don't think it's that. It's more just like not not feeling good after eating it. So maybe it is lactose. We were never medically ascertained what it was. It just is. Bazap bazap. So I think the idea is to sort of to principally follow the shape, since we don't need it to be that erratic to get the point across. Since it's already lightning, so we don't have to make it dance super hard to get that feeling. At least that's the theory. Who knows? I was also watching a little bit of the New York Football Giants Thursday night, Thursday night football earlier, and it's a trip. Those guys hit each other real hard. I played flag football once in college. Somebody collided with my thigh, like the one of if not the thickest parts of the human body, and I could not move or walk properly for I want to say a week after that collision. And it wasn't like I really got what do they say got like jacked up too hard by the collision or anything. Just I don't think my body's built for that stuff. So to all them football guys out there putting their bods on the line, like wow, it is not easy by any means. And please stay safe. That's the theme. Is that we've gotten sick and it sucked, and all I can really say is please stay safe, everybody. I want to be kicking and screaming for a long time. So be safe. Zap, zap, zap. Maybe I'll have that little chunk fly out there. Oh, hello, A Garnish. How are you doing? We tested today, and Megan is unfortunately still positive. So there was an outside chance of us being able to go to the office, but those hopes seem dashed by our exams today. And like, I want to go. I actually do want to go to the office. They have hot pockets there, and haven't had one of those in a while. There's also friends and coworkers, and I haven't seen them in a while either. I was telling Megan today, I'm sorry you've been essentially saddled with just me for weeks now. I haven't been able to see anybody except each other, and I can get, if you guys have been watching the stream, maybe you'll know, I can get annoying after a while. You think of me talking on stream for 2 hours, just imagine that in real life. My voice is even more nasally in real life. Ha 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 ha. Zip, 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 zip. Oh, dang. Yeah, we're feeling okay-ish. The main thing now has been a loss of appetite, which fits my trying to lose weight agenda, but also it's a bit concerning when, you know, it's like a normal, healthy part of being a person, and then suddenly you can't actually get food down and keep it down. But we're doing okay otherwise. Sleep is improved. That's a big factor. People come by and say like, we're just, I gotta sleep. Sorry, and it's like, no, don't. By no means. If you gotta sleep, sleep. That's one of the best things you can do for yourself. Even more so than watching our stream, believe it or not. Zap zap. You've not had a hot pocket in 14 years, and you are 14. Well, there's a. When I was a kid, I did not have access to too many different what would you call that? It's not even junk food, just like microwave types of food. I ate I ate school lunches for the most part, and when we weren't eating school lunches, we were just eating Chinese food at home. So something like a hot pocket is totally out of the realm of what we would normally buy in a grocery run. So having not had them, um, and not just hot pockets, but stuff like Chef Boyardee or Eggo waffles or toaster strudels or whatever else it is, like anything that you haven't had as a kid, but you were advertised to. Like I remember those ads, and I remember hearing the name Hot Pocket and seeing it and being like, "Oh, that's a great food concept right there!" Like just cheese in a barrel, essentially. Like having not had them as a kid and then suddenly as an adult having access to them, like you can just go to a store and get yourself a hot pocket, then I have definitely spent a good part of my adult allowance trying to experience the things that I didn't get to eat as a kid. So maybe you say you're 14 now, maybe when you're 18 or older and you can buy your own groceries is when you'll experience hot pockets and be underwhelmed probably by what they are. That was what the experience of eating Chef Boyardee was. I'm like, oh, Chef Boyardee, dude, freaking, it's the chef. It's Chef B, and it it's not that great. It's funny, I guess. If you want to eat food and laugh, go for it. I would highly recommend any of these things. But in terms of quality and all that stuff, probably not. Also, A Garnish is probably screaming in her head, "Stop eating processed food!" And I agree. We're just talking about feelings here. We're talking about feelings more than food, because a lot of times you're not eating for sustenance. You're eating because you feel something. You want to feel full. I'm sick. I need to eat something, so I'm gonna get some DiGiorno's, even though it's not gonna make me feel better. But we're just humans. We gotta live a little bit. Maybe that'll be one of those things where You know, people in the future, they say like, oh, people in this time will look back at such and such a time and, you know, wonder how people lived this way. And maybe eating of processed foods is one of those things where people in the future will be like, I can't believe that's what people ate. But on the other hand, I kind of doubt it because it seems likely with global wabo and climate change and all that stuff and food insecurity only going to sort of increase, that there will be more processed foods, but hopefully with better processes. I don't know. Lightning cycle. Well, let's go back. Where are our lightning frames? Boo. Is there nothing in this? It's just an empty. Okay. Well, we don't need that. Lightning cycle. Is this where it is? Yes. And we can drop this in. Okay. So Pikachu zap. Zzz. And then we need a little bit of an out from this. Maybe we'll have a 1 here. Let's see. I've got an amazing heart-stopping food idea. Tater tot, but big and hollow. And fill it with fried cheese curds and then fry it again. Oh goodness. Oh yeah, that's that's a lifeline for sure. Well, I would not recommend doing that. I'm sure there are, if you just look on what is it, TikTok, and not even TikTok, anywhere really, you'll find people who are doing such heart-stopping inventions of food anyways. So you don't even have to experiment yourself. And I'm sure someone out there has been like, yeah, let's take a tater tot, delicious, wonderful food, and turn it into a barrel of grease. I don't know. I don't know exactly. How would you brand that, Big Man Lane? How would you brand your food creation? Hey Garnish, you have Taco Bell cravings? That makes you feel a little more human. Yeah, because you've been so militant about the processed food thing. It's almost strange to hear that you like eating Taco Bell. What do you get? Do you get the? Let's see. What do I get when I just typically get the deals when I'm at Taco Bell or something. Just give me the whatever the box deal is, and maybe a Crunch Wrap. This is my usual Taco Bell orders. Let's see. So it goes like bzzz, zoop, bonk. All right, I think that works. Do you call it Starfield chunks? Sure, it has a sort of cosmic quantity and quality to it. You want a cosmic amount of fried food. Zap. Okay, so we added in a couple of effects. Kind of going up and down. I think that's working pretty well. So the first effect we added was the Pokeball effect. Do a little squash and stretch, and then go jump, then zap, lightning, and then probably now we need to add the smoke. I remember I tried doing smoke on one of those other streams, but I'm gonna do it good and proper on this one. Let's see, a garnish, ground beef chalupa, Baja Blast. I can't. Can you? If you can still eat that quantity of sugar, good for you. I cannot eat that much sugar. I mean, I can, but by every doctoral recommendation that someone spent $200,000 going to medical school and coming up with the answer of, hey, maybe you shouldn't have 30 grams of sugar at a meal. I wish I wish I was back into the times where I didn't think about that anymore. But here we are. That's part of growing up, I guess. And part of growing up also is making Pokemon animations. Zap, 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 zap. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do, actually, just so that we can get into this, is draw some of these little effects. So I think we're gonna have the overall color of them be this kind of yellow, instead of they have this frame too, where it's like, you see how they go back from their normal color palette of the clothes he's wearing, and then this sort of lightning palette. I think we're gonna stick with just the lightning palette, and then no normal. And our other palette then would be the skulls one, or when they show the, yeah, like we'll go from this to this, but not back to this normal clothes. I think in this one, the cycle looks a little bit too overdone. Like you're going back and forth through too many things. So in that case, I'm not even sure if I need to go in and create. No, I should. This will be, we'll call this Lightning Halo. That's the idea of the effect. Lightning Halo. Where it's just like a little bit of a rim light on the outside. On the outside, on the outside. It's just a simple little effect. And then we'll change the color of this as we take it into After Effects. So it won't be this harsh yellow all the way through. Just a bit of rim lighting to help soften or have that lightning feeling, bleeding through, and not just something that's sitting on top of them. Because we haven't done rim lighting on any other part of the animation. So hopefully this will help make it feel more cohesive, is the idea at least. Bow, bow. Bow, 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 bow. The Tater Cheese Barrel. Give me some of that Tater Cheese Barrel. Oh, I wonder how Megan's doing with the food. Hopefully it's okay. She hasn't been eating very much lately. So I'm very hopeful that this will be a good meal. And that she'll actually... Because I'll ask her every night, like, hey, what do you want? I mean, I don't want anything. And I've been feeling very self-conscious about it. Like, oh, is my cooking terrible? Do I just suck at cooking? I don't think I do. I make stuff that's very easy and accessible for myself. I wouldn't go around showing it off to anybody. But I don't think I suck at cooking. But I was feeling very like, oh, I can't make her eat. I can't give her what she wants. But I think it's because of the COVID, and it's like some kind of an appetite thing going on. So part of not being sick is also managing your own feelings and not getting too down on yourself, as I can tend to do so from time to time. Anyways, this is our second week that we've done a consistent stream thing. Where last week we did Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and this week we've also done Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and I'm pretty proud of that. It's like I want to come on, and it's easy. It's not like a hard thing to stream necessarily, but it does take a certain amount of energy. And this being a busier week from a work standpoint, it's pretty nice being able to come on and say hello. So hello world, hello everybody. I wish we were finishing this Pokemon thing by Saturday, but health first, Pokemon second. And yeah, I'm not sure when we'll be able to finish it because we want to record the music for it on Megan's flute, but she doesn't want to, just blow a bunch of COVID germs into it and then have to disinfect it later. So we'll see how it's gonna go. But I don't think I'll be working on this on stream anymore. I'll move on next week to drawing some other stuff because we got a lot of other stuff going on. A lot of other little projects. And in some ways, it sort of feels like streaming kind of feels like us sharing how we do homework. So let's see. How does that look with everyone else? Yeah, so zap. And then, yeah, it's just going to be a subtle little halo around the inside layer of the dudes getting zapped. So I did my chop. Now I got to do Meg's getting zapped. Lightning Hollow. And then we'll just keep going. I think Megs is also watching Fiona and Cake. I don't know if anyone else has been watching that, but wow, the production quality on that show is nuts. It doesn't look like a Cartoon Network show anymore. Like I can't remember something looking that good coming from that particular network, but it's great. It's great. Zap, zap, zap. I loved Adventure Time. I haven't really watched too much of Fiona and Cake. I never saw any of the original episodes where it's like they're Simon's dream or Simon's fanfic, is my understanding of it. But it looks really good. It looks a lot better than Adventure Time, the original show. I mean, it's got the budget and it's got the name and all that stuff. There's also something that I found out to be really charming, though, about that older look of where it doesn't look as good, but there's something about that sort of not looking as good quality that maybe makes the humor of it be able to stand out more. Because, like, watching Fiona and Cake now, it's beautiful, and it can be a little distracting in a way. We're like, ooh, it's just everything feels like it's lit properly. The colors are more harmonious with each other, you know. But there's something about like, oh, there's this random purple in this scene that doesn't make sense, or it looks more like the way Futurama or The Simpsons would be colored. Speaking about the original series, so I'm not an art director at all. I'm also hesitant to to do color on stream because that's not really in my skill set, and I think one of the worst, not the worst things, but one of the things I'm generally least proud of or have the most struggles with on the stuff that we make is how it looks. Because again, I'm not an art director, I'm more an animator and story person. So it's just a funny thing to sort of think about. Like, well, that makes sense. It looks better, but the feeling is different. So it's like, well, what do you value from this stuff? Do you care more about the feeling, or do you care more about like the quality of the color? And it definitely creates a new feeling now. It's just a different one. I'm not saying that the new art isn't creating feeling. It definitely is. It's just different from the original. So, I've worked on a couple of reboots now, and people are always saying that, oh, it doesn't feel like the original thing. And it's like, yeah, of course, because it's different. It's not the original thing. It's a whole other property now. I'd watch it if I had Max. Adventure Time is the best. Early Family Guy has that jank to it. Yeah, it's like the jank of the animation, but also, I mean, early Adventure Time was animated well enough. It's more like it's more the color design of the scenes where like it's not as sound. Like if you took Adventure Time to like an art school and like, hey, let's do paint overs of this scene, and we can try to improve it. I'm sure a lot of the artists would 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 have like paint overs of it that would make it different. But it's like it's really appealing the way that it is. Also, I think Megan's just trying to enjoy the show, so I'll stop talking about it. Hold on, let me go close the door real quick. Sorry. Sorry. There is such a thing as analysis to death. So I'm going to talk about something else so Megan can actually enjoy her program. Oh, it's funny. It's funny. Boo, boo, boo. So then we have that frame, and then one more. Yeah. So that'll help with the rim light glow on Megan's thing. Let me see. Let me check actually if I moved it over. Then I just half lit it so it's a little opaque. I think that might end up working a bit better. Let's see. Where's my chop? Yeah, so let's try that instead. Need not be intimidated by things, because you can just try it. Zip, zip. Yeah, I think that's working well. Zap, zap, zap. Now I gotta do this last guy. What do we call him? Youngster. Youngster, get zapped. Zap, zap, zap. Doo-doo. Big Man Lane, is that a game? W2 tanks, or is that, are you just talking about tanks in World War II? Are you a history buff? All right, youngster, you're getting zapped. I think this is gonna look real nice when it's done. This is animation. This is just how long it takes. But then it looks so good. I had someone said on our channel today that I think it was on the Zelda one that we were making the best animation that they'd seen since Disney, and I don't know about that, but I appreciate the compliment. Animation just takes time. There's no way around it. But at the same time, it's probably cheaper to make than a lot of certain kinds of entertainment out there. Actually, like sure, animation costs a lot from like a crew standpoint of getting people to animate and all that other stuff. But you also don't have to pay Jeff Probst $7 million to host a program like Survivor. Although I'm sure Survivor is much watched by much more people than a lot of animation programs. Who knows, man? Who knows? It's better not to think about that stuff sometimes and just worry about making what you want to make. Bzz, bzz. Do what you want to do. Keep me up all night. Zapping stuff and making stuff. That's what we're up to. We're up to making stuff. Oh, just changing topics. Well, I do not know much about tanks, and I used to be a person who enjoyed studying about war, and I am not so much that person anymore. It's like, man, war's just kind of sad, unfortunately. It's like, oh, we can't resolve things. It's not even that people can't resolve things, it's that, like, there's such a high cost on so many people who have very little hand in actually determining these conflicts. It's like, yeah, I'd assume most people in Austria didn't really care that much that the Archduke had some sort of squabble with someone else or whatever. It's like people that are totally outside of yourself creating these situations that where the whole world is plunged into costly and terrible conflict. I was like, it's just tough. That's kind of more my feeling about it now. I think before I was like, oh yeah, Battle of the Bulge, or this is how many people died in the Winter Campaign, or whatever else, and it's just kind of grisly now when I think about it. I mean, from an engineering standpoint, I think like yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff out there. The fact that they can make tanks, at all is really nice. Just from like a they can do it sense of things. But the war stuff, yeah, it's tough. Yeah, I think I should have everybody be smoking a little bit. So more effects. What can you do? More effects. Let's go. No, I think we need to make new layers for it. Yeah, this is much more involved than the usual thing that we'd make. Ooh, I'm gonna chop smoke. And let's change the document color so we can see a little bit better. Where's the oh? There's stage color. It was so hidden I couldn't even tell. Let's make it this color. Zap. Just have it like this, starting out sort of behind him. And I would make a cycle, but let's just kind of make them individual custom little smokes. So then we can not have to worry about how they loop around. Just kind of have it dissipate, maybe in a fun way. Ugh, smoke is kind of challenging for me sometimes. Is that a better shape to move off from? I don't know, but I'm going to give it a shot. Do-do-do. We are not pro-war on the Matt and Meg's channel. We are very pro being able to live your own life as best as you can without having to worry about that stuff, hopefully. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. They start falling. Yeah, I think it's like you want the smoke to just be billowing and then dissipate as they fall. So zap, zoop. I think we probably need to start it out a little bit higher because it's feeling like it pops onto him, which it does. It wasn't there before from the zap. Maybe we just need it a bit earlier, so it's still zapping. Maybe right here. Yeah. Who knows how this will turn out? Well, I know. I have a bit of an idea. Medieval peasants, when the king calls the other king Philly Woofer, Corn has solved a lot of things. You should learn. Well, that sounds like you have a deeper education about these matters than I do. I thought I might have become like a history teacher at some point, thinking about the continuing theme of what are we going to be when we grow up, and having ideas like that, and like having like a thesis about how things work and why they are in terms of larger historical patterns. Yeah, maybe corn has a larger role to play. Although corn is probably not a very well thought of vegetable nowadays because of high fructose corn syrup and all that. 6. But yeah, it's like corn matters, you know? And sure, people's opinions matter, but like that war stuff, I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, there's not much more. There's not much more to elaborate on that. I can say I think war is bad, and I'm not for it, and we can leave it at that. Okay, I think this smoke is coming out pretty okay-ish. It's just gonna sort of peel off as he falls down. Say something like this. Zoom out a little bit farther. Zap, zap, zap. Oh, it kind of looks, because of the 3 strands, it kind of looks like a little critter. That's tough. Let me go look at the reference. The reference always has some answers for us. Zap, 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 zap. Just watching Pokemon on the other screen. How do they do the smoke effects after they get zapped? Oh, they just kind of leave it. You know what? I'm struggling with this smoke. I'm just gonna not do it. That'll be our simplification. So zap, 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 zap. Yedonk. I should have some smoke coming from Megan's cough, and probably from some of the impacts of them falling. But I don't need to have that billowing smoke behind them. Doesn't feel good to admit defeat, but sometimes you are defeated. What can you say? So let's do Machop Smoke. It's not the worst thing. Sometimes it just doesn't work out the way you want it to. But this kind of smoke is a little bit simpler. So maybe we'll be a little bit luckier with how it winds up. It's also of a shorter duration, so hopefully that bodes well. Less complex is better. So let's see. Yeah, we can make it disappear even quicker. Don't have to be super subtle with it. Bonk. And I should probably add the youngster's smoke as well. Youngster smoke. This is sort of the same idea. Except he might have some more coming from this hand impact. Excuse me. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, just some little puffy smoke. That's nice and simple. Then, do I have to add smoke for Sudowoodo? Nah, that's fine. Over big impacts. Fwamp. Fwamp, fwamp. Fwamp. And then, let's do Megan's smoke as well. Megan's cough. Just a little cough cloud. Make a nice big one. Make it look like a popcorn. Yeah. Alright, so let's see what we have thus far with all these effects added in. I guess I will go back to making the document a little bit darker so you can see the lightning. So munch, 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 munch. Is there anything hidden? Just the backgrounds? Okay, so everyone should be here. Mouch, mouch, mouch. Pikachu comes in. Wow, wow, wow. Move into this scene. This will be Megan playing on her flute. Tootaloo, tootaloo. Youngster hops in. Go Machop. Tell him Machop. Yeah, so we're almost there. We're almost there. All right. So not too bad, huh? Not too bad. Bow, 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 no, 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 don't. Yeah, I'll have to figure out how we want to do these backgrounds. And there are a couple other. It's just it's. I think I was comparing something else to moving yesterday, but it really does feel like moving sometimes, where you make so much progress and you think you're close, and you are, but there are all these tons of little things that you can keep improving. So, what's there to say other than just keep working, I guess? Let's say for now, I'm a little bit hungry, so I might end up wrapping a bit sooner just because we got food and I haven't eaten anything today other than some oatmeal in the morning. Oh, Big Man Lane, you have a school story that doesn't end in violence? Well, I mean, for the sake of everybody involved, that's preferable, for sure. What's going on here? Oh, that's just the leaf. Let's see. What happened at school today? We decided that gold is worth its weight in corn muffins? No one of the kids said eat the mail. uh, I don't completely comprehend what that story was about. The setup is that gold is worth its weight in corn muffins. So you traded a corn muffin for a school burger. That seems like a good deal. Then somebody showed something gross picture. I'd rather eat a packet of mayonnaise, and look at that. Then I need more letters. I don't understand what the letters has to do with anything. I'm a little confused, but thank you for sharing. Let's see. What do I want to do? Cough. So let's see. We're still. I have instincts of how we want to end this scene, but I'm not gonna hop into it without Megan's approval. So I think that'll be it, actually, for this right now. Yeah, feeling kind of tired today. Maybe it's just the end of the week and I have other projects to do. So today has a little less energy than some of our other streams. But yeah, I might wrap it up here tonight. So what can we look forward to coming up next week? Next week there's we were gonna try to finish this Pokemon thing for Saturday, but that's not gonna be the case. I still have all the backgrounds to draw. I have, let's see, got all the backgrounds. We still have to figure out what the ending is. We got a lot of these guys to color, so there's no freaking way that we're gonna get this done by Saturday. But I have other projects that we will still also not get done by Saturday. So I think this Saturday we'll just leave as an open slot of no videos, which is tough. I mean, we both wanted to commit to making these things pretty regularly, but it's tough to finish when there's a lot of other stuff to do. So we'll just leave this as is. This is another project, a squat thing, which I really wanted to finish Pokemon so that I could move back onto doing this, because I think this will be nice and worth it to finish. But this will have to wait in terms of work-wise. I might work on this starting next week when we do streams. And I guess, yeah, I'll have to discuss with Megan at some point if we're going to release like a community post of what our stream schedule for the week would be. Because it still feels like a lot of times we're just sort of winging it. and having some stability between me and Megan in terms of our expectations of when we're going to go on and stuff probably will help. So, lots to think about, in other words. I gotta think about a lot of things. But for now, we did Pokemon today. We did a lot of effects animation. That's usually not my forte, but we did this Zap, which is really nice. I think that looks basically exactly the way I want it to. We did these Zaps, and I think the rim lighting on that is really helpful. And then, of course, the smoke, which is also very good. Nice simplifying of the smoke. Like, you don't have to put smoke everywhere. It would have been nice to have it here after they get zapped, but I was having a real struggle with it. So I don't think I'm gonna pursue that. But anyways, for now, that's where we are. That's what it is. Thanks everybody for hopping on. This is a quick stream tonight, but we'll be back. We'll be back when we'll be back. I would say Sunday, and most likely we'll be back on Sunday. But otherwise, have a safe week. Hopefully, Big Man Lane, your school becomes a safer place. You shared some potentially pretty scary information about what's going on over there, and I hope that it gets better because no one should go to school in such an environment. But yeah, stay safe, everybody. Have a good week. Have a good weekend, and we'll be back with more animation coming to you soon. No promises on when things will be released, but definitely promises on more content. So, anyways, that's it for me today. That's it for Megs. Thanks, Megs, for coming on a bit earlier and hanging out and playing some games. And yeah, that's it. All right. Thank you, everybody. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.